It's called the greatest setting in college football, and even if the skies open up, that pales in comparison to the purple rain that will be unleashed by the homestanding Washington Huskies. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see, the number 12 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on another team from the ACC, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Washington likely to try to boot it deep to get things started.
Dude, I fucking hope so.
The ball squirts
That
from
game
the
against
end
Ole
zone.
Miss
That'll be a
was
touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25.
emotionally taxing.
This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup.
I think tackling is about effort most of the time. It's about how much passion, how much physicality you can bring to get your guy on the ground. Refuse not to get him on the ground. That's not a big bag. You got to get that guy on the ground. You can't let him pick up an extra couple yards and stay ahead of the sticks.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. He lobs one high down the left side. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line.
Figure out a way to commit offensive pass interference where he fucking nudged my guy out of the way.
What a beautiful throw and catch on
What
this
was
play.
that?
I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Bug knee windshield. That's what happens when you have a big running back like this. You just see people bounce off as his breaks tackles, continues to keep his feet moving. You better get him.
Touchdown Tide! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The offense sets for a first down play. Got the quick completion. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end of season highlight reel. But in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
Ran the ball on first down. Let's see what they do on second. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. And that is picked off. He'll try to take it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Timing has to be so good. When you're throwing at his own defense over the middle of the field, the ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
He'll start this drive firing. Looking to scramble. Takes a hit as he fires. He's got it. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a first and goal.
It's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating
dude, what is that
with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
Alabama comes to the line with a first and goal. He'll take it himself. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And you can tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shot.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Alabama! Lining up to add another. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move on. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Got 8 on first down. Now looking at a 2nd and 2. Moving away from pressure. Got his man all by himself. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. Part of the DNA of the Washington offense has been a guy who can get it done with his arm.
And just finding a guy that makes everybody around you better, that can make the right decisions, that can highlight your skill positions. That's what get the Washington fans going crazy, going nuts, and that's when they have those great football teams.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Unleashes one. He's got an open man. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. From the gun, running back gets to give. Give him 6 on the play. They'll mark it at the 9.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And come on now, O-line. You got to take care of your quarterback. He takes care of you. He's the one who takes you to meals. He's the one that gets you those NIL deals. Everything happens through your quarterback. You got to keep him upright. That is your #1 priority.
Couldn't find anywhere to throw the football, just got rid of it, and that's the #1 thing. Avoid disaster here. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense
Dude,
on their
how does that get
you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
They think there's room to run to the right here. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
Really nice run there. No, listen, you know, modern-day college football, I know it's all about spread offense and throwing the football and going up tempo and scoring quickly, but, man, you think back to Bear Bryant in Alabama, doesn't it always seem like they've always wanted to establish the run game. They have always wanted to be physical. Bear Bryant would have loved this guy in his backfield. With his physical style of running, man, he fits that just perfect.
Ooh, everything's over.
First down to start the drive after the break. Using his feet. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. Alabama may always be built on the run, but these days they elevate with a high-flying pass game.
And great coaches evolve, and we've seen the evolution of this Alabama offense over the last several years. And it's not just run, it's not just eat clock, it is be aggressive, attack, make big plays down the field.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. The give from the gun. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having to pass block every play. You got to keep defenses off balance.
Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting first downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing off against this offense.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the right. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking to pass on 2nd down. And they will score! Touchdown, Bama!
Dude, my defense literally can't
The
do
mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, a very interesting scene playing out right now in this marquee top 25 matchup. Middle Tennessee is ahead in this one. This team plays a fun brand of football there in Murfreesboro, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by a field goal over Jacksonville State. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. This is hardly the start they dreamed of, down 21-3. But get a touchdown here, and you feel like you're back in it, Jesse.
Yeah, and it's frustrating for this offense as well because they've got the horses. They've got playmakers to light this scoreboard up, much more than the 3 points we're seeing here. I think you just got to stay true to yourself. Do you, David, and know that the points are going to come.
Well, it's also frustrating when the defense is giving up points almost every single possession. So they need to score here and take this down and have a good drive, and then the defense needs to pull their weight a little bit too.
A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Comes out throwing on first down. He's got it down the middle. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. 2nd down coming up. He's looking to throw. Caught near the sticks. It's Laporta. Open space at the 25. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. And the Huskies have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They're going to run it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Got nothing last time. Now 2nd and goal from the 3.
Dude, what?
The ball is intercepted at the goal line.
There's no way I hit R1 there. Oh my god.
Touchdown, Crimson Tide. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception.
Then I just
return.
spammed the buttons. I forgot how to play the
Look, I
game.
know it's only the 2nd quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Fair catch called for and made. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points?
Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the 1st down. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment. They've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it.
And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
What a beautiful sight. And not only are we big and strong and powerful and athletic, you can just have unbelievable hands to the mix, because we can catch a football too, just like those little DBs, create turnovers, force interceptions. Let's go.
They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down. They'll immediately call timeout from the 30-yard line on 1st down. He's going to pass.
Dude, what is
He's looking
that?
deep. Touchdown Tide. And once he got loose, it was all over. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. He'll call for the fair catch here. Offense set on 1st down. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Makes the grab down the middle.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. And as he throws,
Of course.
another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line.
I tell you what, I don't know if I'm going to try him much more. Goodness gracious, you can tell he's ready for what he's seeing. 2nd interception. I would not throw near that guy anymore. You might want to try the other side of the field.
Just sledgehammering his way down to the 33. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
On second down, just keeps firing. Throws to the wideout.
Dude.
And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet.
Looks so bad at
He
this
couldn't
game.
quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
Really nice job there by the defense, because I think they baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just let him feel like, maybe I can fit this football in. Not so fast. They come away with the pick.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. He'll swing that big leg for 3 from 44 yards out. And this one splits the uprights. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario. You got the pick, and you would have liked to have paid that off with a touchdown, but because the drive stalls out, they're still happy to get the field goal.
And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a nonprofit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. You got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
Fires to the wideout.
Dude.
And it's another interception as his assault
I
on the
was trying to throw a circle there.
Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30.
Listen, we all want to go back-to-back, but not on interceptions. Come on now. We got to take care of the football. Let's make sure we change something up on the next drive. 2 possessions, 2 picks. Offensive coordinator, get the ball put on up.
And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! And the punishment has been extended. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
Here's the return from inside his 10. And the returner will be knocked down. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches.
And the quarterback is snowed under.
This defense will bring pressure from the linebacker level, from the cornerback level, free safety level, and the strong safety level. They're bringing it from all over the field.
On second down, they'll take to the air. Slides away. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there.
This quarterback is really struggling in this game with decisions and also accuracy. He's already being picked off multiple times, and that time, that was a bad underthrow. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
At the 35, he's open. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
Man, that's so frustrating. And it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball on his body. And that throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
They'll try the right side. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. They go to the ground. Bulldoze ahead. He's down at the 18 after picking up 5.
5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest. Pound that rock.
And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. They'll send out the kicker here. And he'll try to keep that smooth leg swing going for the second time today. This one from 34 yards out. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Using his legs, it's Laporta. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. It's caught downfield. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. And the best best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over. Maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping and clawing.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Unloads to the wideout. Got his man. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Washington has a lot of things working, set up with another first down. They'll throw it from the red zone. Looking to scramble. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown, Husky.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. That's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that. Put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Here comes that Alabama offense. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
Smart move to keep it on the ground. Breaks the tackle. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now facing a 3rd and long. Handoff to the single running back. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. To the ground with the back. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
And that ball is picked off.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
Determined effort to pick up 6 and get it inside the red zone and down to the 16.
Man, there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. He'll run it again. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Will they keep it on the ground again here on 3rd down? They'll try to bully their way for the first. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
And on 4th down, they'll come up and take the knee.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on 4th down? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with a W? That's because this coach wants his guys to keep executing. I played for a coach in college that would have done the same thing. If backups are on the field, they get an opportunity to run your playbook, so let them do it. At the end of the day, you've got to force the opponent to stop. And that's what they're doing. That's the mindset. I got to be honest, I like it.
And after the short run, the clock hits zeros, and we are all wrapped up here. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot